and I. All right. I would like to wrap up today's session. I would like to extend my gratitude to all attendees today. Okay, instead of just saying thank you everybody, thank you for coming. All right, instead of saying that, if you say, guys, I really appreciate your attendance today, or I would really like to extend my gratitude to all of you today. Okay, thank you for staying back. Okay, the way you actually talk to people plays an important role in your entire communication. All right, and it actually helps to make sure that your work is positive. All right. Now let's follow up on the progress and schedule for the next meeting on mentioned dates. So like I told you just now, my rule, 10 to 20 seconds, listen first. All right. Active listening is required. Pay attention to what your colleagues are saying and process the information. Do not engage with other activities. Here what I mean is, do not engage with your phones. Now we have a problem with humans, all right? We are not listening. Our listening skill, the quality of listening skill, in my opinion, I would say is quite deteriorating, all right? So when you're talking to someone, make sure that you are not engaged on the phone. Let it be Facebook, let it be WhatsApp, let it be anything. If you're talking to someone, make sure your thought process is happening there, okay? All right. Now, these are some of the things that you can actually use when you enter a meeting room. No matter how much of work you have, right? Don't go with a tired face. It's going to affect your entire communication. All right. So enter a room with enter a room enthusiastically, okay, with full of energy. All right. Stand tall, smile, use positive body language. Look at people's eyes. Don't look elsewhere and talk. All right. This is my number one rule in communication. Look at the eyes. All right. If you are so scared to look at the eyes, there is a trick. I'm going to share that later. Okay. Shake hands. All right. You will also look at some examples. Introduce yourself. Lean forward to face other person. Nod and smile. Use gestures. Think about the tone and be polite. Use positive words. All right. Now, this is what I told you. Okay. Your communication is your personal branding. How you communicate to other people, you are actually establishing your personal brand. So just now, Cindy asked me, is communication a part of NLP? Yes, because like I told you, for me, I believe that opportunity is everywhere. If I'm walking into a mall, okay, I want to be not dressed at the perfect, like, wow, put on so much of makeup and all that, but be presentable. Because how I reflect myself, it's actually, I'm communicating messages via my body language, via my presence, okay, via my clothes, what I wear, okay. If I wear too much of makeup and look so frowning, walking down the escalator, you are looking at that. That is the trainer who talked about communication skill, right? Why is she so stressed going down the escalator? I'm sure you want to tell me hi also, you'll be like, never mind, I pretend not to see her. All right? Maybe Inoji sees me in Mid Valley and then I'm like, probably walking around like a dragon. He'll be like, yo, that is Kamini, but I better not go beat her. She looks terrible. All right? I'm not talking about putting up Bobby Brown or Mac. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about being presentable. Okay, because this is my branding. So when I talk about communication and then I go out there and frown at people, you are not going to like me. It is not what I preach. Okay. So this is why you are creating your brand through your communication. Always remember this. All right. Okay. So these are some of the tricks and traits of having like a positive, let's say for example, your boss wants to like mara you also, right? Scold you also, right? But then when you go in and say, hi boss, good morning. This is my always trick lah, okay? When I was working, I'm not going to mention the place where I was working, but this place, right? Every time I go, I may have done something wrong. I already know, but I go there, I'll say like, hi boss, good morning, how are you? And then my boss is so toned down a bit. Initially, he probably want to like, come in, you know what you did. But then after he see me smiling and saying good morning, or probably entering a meeting room enthusiastically, and then he would say, right, Kamini, what you did was wrong. See, he toned down. So what you put in is what you get. Remember that, all right? So moving on. Okay, non-verbal etiquette. I personally believe our facial expression, okay, eye contact, all these things, they play important roles in conveying messages. Okay, and I highly believe that sometimes words are secondary. Your grammar is secondary. Okay, your non-verbal etiquette, your body language, actually conveys more information as compared to your verbal language. All right. So language proficiency, this thing. Okay, your clarity, tone, emotion, observe, think, process, and slow down your pace. Okay. Now, I believe in having a good grammar. I'm not saying a great, perfect grammar, but to an extent where people can understand, to an extent where people can understand what you're talking is a simple past tense or present tense. Okay, whether happened already or not yet happened. This is important. Okay, and please don't tell me, are you coming in so old already? How to go learn English? You teach me tenses also, I cannot absorb, which is true. Okay, you come and teach me now Bahasa Melayu, suku kata, and all that. I wouldn't want to learn. I'm sorry. All right, but there are many ways to actually improve your language. Okay, watch videos. All right, watch what you like. Okay, I personally love to watch Ellen DeGeneres. Okay, I think my English comprehension vocabulary improved a lot because I grew up watching her. Okay, grew up watching her and grew up watching Oprah Winfrey. All right, and I love Ellen because no matter how stressed I am, seeing her talking also makes me so happy, and I will end up laughing. All right, so it's up to you who you want to choose. Watch videos, all right, and don't feel shy to speak. These are the two rules. All right, if you are shy, you're not going to learn. Okay, so these are the two things that you must remember. So choose what you want. If you think that reading is good, then yes, go.